the heck is wrong with this thing, but yeah. I like her hair. I like that she's part Irish. I like the way she acts. And I love how much I have to fight to keep her. I mean, I honestly love it. I mean, with the other girls, it was never this much of a challenge. They were all, like, putty in my hands. But her, it's kind of harder, and I like it. I like the challenge she presents. Not in, like, a sporting way, but, like, in a... Well, I guess in a sporting way, but also, I like her... It's hard to explain, but I really do like her. She's really important to me. I just want her to know how I feel. But she is extremely, extremely important to me. And I do mean that she is extremely important to me. I really miss her. I really, really miss her. But yeah, these are the basic reasons I like her. There are 100 other reasons. I mean, when we do something, or we work on something, back when we were actually talking to each other and everything, we would literally, like, be a perfect pair. Like, she would like one thing, I would like another, and it would go perfectly together. Like, say if there was a bunk bed, a proverbial bunk bed, the situation being the bunk bed, like when it came to certain situations like that where it had to be a choice, I would always prefer it one way and she would prefer it the opposite way. Like, she would prefer a top bunk and I would prefer a bottom bunk if we're going to the bunk bed scenario. Like, if we were going with that scenario route, honestly, we would always prefer to take the opposite role from one another, and it would always work out perfectly, like in the bunk bed scenario where it's like I would prefer a low bunk, she would prefer a high bunk, or something, vice versa. It would always be like that. If there was a two-role situation where we both had to work together on something, we would always work together really well. It was just when they came across those kind of situations, it would always be like that. Or if there was like a group situation where it was like we had to be grouped together on something, we would always be like the same on a situation. Like, we would always feel the same on a situation. We would always work together on a situation. We would always agree on things. I mean, we were opposite when we needed to be opposite, and we were alike when we needed to be. And I absolutely love that. I had never found a girl that was that perfect before. And that is why I really thought that I was meant to be with her for a really long time. And I guess that's kind of the reason I fought as much as I did. But after a while, it just became like a challenge to me. Like, she was a lot more challenging. And that's what kind of kept me going. That's what kept me interested in her for a really long time. But then she did some things and it upset me. And then when I got upset, I started acting upset, and my mood changed and my personality changed, and I ended up becoming a slightly different person. And I had to talk to her, or not to her, but to a friend named Lindsay. I was talking to her, and she was explaining to me how I act different. Like, she explained to me, like, what her boyfriend do, and it sounded like stuff that I used to do with Kayleigh that I didn't do anymore, and I didn't even realize that I had stopped doing it until she had pointed it out. And I'm like, oh my god, I have changed. Kayleigh was kind of right. I did partially change. I mean, we both changed, but I didn't see how I changed. And now that I see it, it's just, I don't know. But I do really like her. I still like her, and I will always like her. I don't ever see that changing. If there ever comes a time where she is upset, I will always be ready to talk to her. For the foreseeable future, I will always be ready to talk to her when she needs me to. But I have a feeling she probably doesn't want to talk to me right now. I mean, she tried to tell me that I was a negative person. I don't see where she gets that idea. I mean, the only time I'm negative is when people are negative to me. So it's more of like a reflection thing. So I guess as long as I keep the negativity of other people from reflecting onto her, I should be good. But I mean, it doesn't really matter that we're not talking because I cared about too. And if you have a dirty room, even though now she's, I mean, there's a pretty good chance she's not. I still can't wait to see her. Still can't wait to see her. It's almost a day away from her birthday. What is today? It is the 25th. Today is technically the 25th where I am because it is 5 in the morning. Yes. Tomorrow is her birthday. Tomorrow is her birthday. Tomorrow is her birthday. I'm gonna go to my gorilla mail and I'm gonna tell her happy birthday. Ow, that hurts really bad. I opened my knife and it smacked my knuckle really hard. Oh crap. Oh, that hurts. It's not the OTF, it's a spring assisted I literally just got like a couple hours ago. Looks awesome. Which reminds me, I can buy knives. I can drink Fiji water, Voss water like all the time. I have an energy drink almost every week. So, I mean, I have money just fine. So, I mean, if someone's trying to tell me that I need to go get a job, I mean, like, I told this person that I'd be more than happy to get any job that they wanted me to. But this person they apparently think that I'm just like a bum or something. But yeah. So on that note, yeah, I'm not a bum. That is really funny actually. I do have quite a bit of money. I don't like to talk about my money. Most people with a lot of money don't like to talk about how much they make because it's a personal thing, and they really don't care about how much they make because once you get past a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter, which causes you to be less productive. Once you get to a sustainable amount, paying attention to the numbers is completely worthless. It psychologically triggers you. Oh crap, when I smacked my knuckle it sliced me a little bit. Oh crap, I'm bleeding. It doesn't matter. I'll let it run for a little while. But yeah, I mean, when you talk about how much money you make, it just affects your money making abilities. it adversely affects you when you make money. It's a bad idea to focus on the numbers. Like, once you've gotten to where you can, like, basically pay rent, then you're pretty much good. You don't have to worry about the numbers beyond that point. You should have to keep working hard, not looking back. Because if you look back on it, then you're gonna screw yourself over. It's kind of like trying to walk across the bridge and then you look down and you see